Hello and welcome back to the F-18 Flight School Campaign that we've been working on. I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and call it Gunthrek Academy F-18 because, you know, if this goes well, maybe I will be motivated to make more modules for other aircraft. I think that, at least I hope that the campaign that I put together is a comprehensive guide to help you get from not knowing the aircraft at all to being able to fly it relatively competently in most situations that you find yourself. Despite my prior protestations that it was going to take me a very long time to go back through all of the detail-oriented things, it actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. The little list of things that needed to be changed in that little notes section that I was showing you in the last video, it actually only took me about an hour to fix that. I'm kind of surprised by that because it seemed like it was a lot of work to get done, but it actually went really quick and I didn't really have to spend that much time doing it. And then the knee boards and the mission cards and all of that stuff, I figured out a way to make that process faster because I was having to use Paint to I was having to do screenshots and Paint, and it was a whole process. I found a way to just convert the documents straight up into JPEGs, and that made that process go much faster. So all that being said, the campaign itself is actually pretty much done. There's some last step things that I need to do. I did go ahead and compile it into a campaign and play tested it all the way through like the second or third mission in Block 2. Just to make sure it was actually advancing through the missions the way they were supposed to. But then I ended up crashing and I ended the mission and it threw me back a mission. So I think that that's being caused by a certain way that the scoring mechanic works. We'll talk about that in a second. Before we get too far in the video, I'd like to ask you to help us to reach 10,000 subscribers by hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button to help the video spread out to other people. And then when you're done watching this, check out the other F-18 videos that we have regarding this topic, as well as the other 1,700 gaming videos on the channel. I play a bunch of different stuff, so you're definitely going to find something that you're interested in. So my understanding with the scoring system on this, when you go into the mission goals tab over here, is that if the score is 49 or less, I believe that is set up in the mission editor or the campaign manager to make it so that you go back a mission. So you don't just repeat the mission that you were on, you're penalized by going back a mission. So you have to put something in there, I think, that makes it to where you have at least a 50. And I decided to go 51 just to make sure that I don't remember incorrectly. But obviously, if you complete the lesson, you get a score of 100, and that advances you to the next mission. I need to go through, and I have to do this on every mission that I do. I have to go through every mission and put something in here that makes it so that when you start the mission with a high enough score so that if you fail it for whatever reason, it doesn't send you back a mission. It lets you just repeat the mission that you're on. I believe that this condition here, mission score lower than 50, if at any point the mission score is lower than 50, then make the mission score make the mission score 51. I'm hoping that's going to work. I'm gonna have to do some play testing with that, but yeah, I have to go through all 37 missions and do that. It won't take that long to do it. It's just tedious, busy work that has to be done, and I don't want to do it right now. The other thing I need to do is I have to sit down and do a full-on playthrough of just trying to get through the entire campaign and making sure that it advances properly and all of that kind of stuff. There's just a bunch of play testing that has to happen. But I have reached out to one of the moderators on the DCS forum to ask about figuring out maybe possibly trying to put it up on the DCS web store. It'd be nice if that ends up being something that can happen because, you know, it's going to be hard to try to sell this independently on my own. It would be nice to have a big platform where it shows up and people are looking for campaigns and they see, oh, a flight school campaign, I want to try that. So, you know, marketing is everything, and I don't do marketing very well. It's one of the reasons why my channel is as small as it is. But, yeah. The process is going faster than I thought it was going to, at least the part of it that I was worried about. Now it's just a matter of sitting down and actually playing the campaign all the way through and just making sure that it advances the way it's supposed to. I'm 99% sure that it does, but I still have to test it. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I have to spend some time going through and making sure that the missions don't go backwards. I think that's the only thing I really need to worry about. And then the other thing, I never did figure out a way to make it so that this single target BVR campaign where we go and shoot the guy down, and then there's supposed to be this, you know, wall of text block, a couple of different wall of text blocks that kind of instructs you about the RWR and how to use that to avoid any incoming missiles they may have. I haven't figured out a way to make it, because what I want to do is when you fire the missile, and I have it set up that way, you can see that. Let's see. Well, I thought I had a zone here. That's confusing. There's supposed to be a zone over here. There's supposed to be. Am I confused? I don't think so. No, there's supposed to be a zone, so I have a bad feeling that something got changed, because there's supposed to be a zone over here that detects whether there's a missile in it or not. I could have sworn that there was a... Or did I remove it? Huh. I'm sorry, I'm confused, because I had it set up so that it kind of instructed you on how to target the guy, get your missile set up, do your crank to the left, turn to the right, fire off your missile, and then it was supposed to be set up so that when you fired off your missile, it immediately started talking about the RWR. There's supposed to be a zone in here, but it's not here anymore. So either I deleted it and I don't remember deleting it, or I don't know. Anyways, this mission I think does need some work, because there's just not enough time. There's active pause only pauses your aircraft. Any missiles that you fired or any other aircraft in the air aren't going to stop, and you can't pause the simulation and still have the narration happening, because it pauses everything. It pauses everything and also pauses any narration that may be going on. So I haven't figured out a good way to deal with that yet. I may need to just suck it up and create a second mission that's more focused on just using the RWR, which is probably what I'm going to end up having to do. That may be why I ended up getting rid of all of that, because I think this mission just needs a rework, or I just need to add another. Maybe I just need to add another fighter. Yeah, I don't think we need another mission. Maybe I can just add another fighter. Maybe I can just add another fighter that spawns when we come in here and is coming. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. I think we'll have it coming here. You'll go in here. You'll fight this guy. He'll go away, and then once he's dead, we'll have another guy that spawns in, and yeah. And as a matter of fact, we can probably just do that now. Let's so we'll call him MiG-2, or is he? Yeah, MiG-2. And we'll have him on a late activation, and he'll be coming in towards waypoint 1 as well. So ideally, by the time you get over here, this guy will be over here. You'll fight him in this area here. You blow him out of the water. And then we have to have his activation condition, though. I don't remember. Okay. Let's see. We have MiG dead. Okay, I'll have to go through this on my own. I'm not going to make you guys sit here while I watch it. I basically need to move this. I need to move this up here, and then once the MiG is dead, it'll activate. So once he's then, we'll say activate. I said I wasn't going to make you do this, but I wasn't going to make you watch this. But it's like I'm here now, so I just kind of want to do it so I don't forget. I forget where there is supposed to be an activate unit option. I don't remember where. Group activate. Oh. I need him to be a different group, though. Group name. Oh, okay, hold on. So he's 1. 1 of 1. MiG-2. Okay. So basically, once we kill the first MiG, we want group activate. We're going to activate the MiG-2. So he'll just pop up into the air for no particular reason, but he'll pop into the air, and he will start attacking our guy over there. He's on a cat patrol, and he's a rookie as well. I'm not really trying to make it hard. Let's see here. And then once we do that, so I need to adjust some numbers here. So I believe after the missile is away. Okay, so I think I need to move. I think I need to delete this button press here. We don't really need that. So BVR attack. He instructs you to attack, and then you hit the MiG. It activates the next group. I'm gonna have to adjust this. Oh. You know what? I can delete this as well. I can delete this as well. So what we need for this is we need to disable these flags here, and maybe not. So 17 to 18, 18 to 19, and then we'll make this 19 to 20. We're gonna have to fix all of the flag numbers here, but 19 to 20. Hold on. 18 to 19. If flag equals 19, we're going to advance the step. We're also going to add a condition of unit damaged the MiG. Okay, so you get instructions to do your attack, right? And then once you fired off your missile, assuming you hit it, it immediately advances the flags. Just, you don't have to worry about that. I'm using flags to determine what step of the mission that you're on. So it automatically goes to 19, just going through the process here. It checks to make sure that you're on 19, so you didn't cheat somehow. And then you damage the MiG. It sets the flag to 20 to advance to the next step. And then you get an... All right, so now we'll get an instruction on all of the RWR stuff. This will give time because it's going to take a little bit for the incoming aircraft to come in. So 18 to 19, 19 to 20, 20 to 21. Okay, and then 21 to 22. All right, and I am gonna have to, because we look at this and it's. So it talks about how to look for missiles on the RWR, notching. This is all basic tactics stuff. And then for the next one here, this part, after your missiles away, you've turned away to defeat inbound missiles. Keep an eye outside the cockpit for smoke. Modern missiles don't necessarily need an aircraft to get a kill. If you don't get a splash, you have to do it over and you have to do it over again until you do or run out of missiles. At which point you either retreat or attempt to get into visual range. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so we're gonna have to adjust this one here to say something along the lines of, there is another MiG inbound. Use your RWR to avoid any missiles he may fire, and use the skills we learned today to take him out. Keep trying to fire missiles until they're talking blah, 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 and then RTB is normal. Okay, so I'm going to have to re-record all of this entire thing here, but ideally, okay, so yeah, we do need another MiG 2 dead. Okay, sorry. So if the flag equals 22, we don't need this cockpit argument. We need to find out if the unit is damaged. MiG 1-1, that's fine. Set the flag value to our objectives complete. I use 99 as my you finished the last objectives thing, and then 9999 is my lesson is done now. So that's the way I do that. All right. So if we've done everything that the mission has asked us to do, and we go inside all of the designs there, all of that should be fine. Okay. So we go through all the BVR stuff. I know all of this stuff works because it worked the last time I did it. So now we have the BVR, the last little bit of BVR instruction. He tells you on how to, I don't think we need this part, and I believe by this point I wasn't reminding you to press the IP button anymore. So I don't think we need to redo the narration for that. Okay, so this one here is dependent on the unit, the first jet getting hit by something, which advances the step and says, all right, now we're going to talk about the RWR. When that happens, it also makes it so, what did I missed something here. Where's my group activation that we just did? Didn't we just do a group activation? I could have swore we just did a group activation. Where did I put that? See, this is the stuff that just maddens you, because it's like, come on. I literally just tried to fix this. Oh, it was probably in the one. Okay, it was probably in in the other one I made a minute ago. You guys are sitting there going, duh. What am I trying to do? Group activation. Group activate MiG-2. Okay, there we go. All right, so BVR instructions tells you how to fire your missile. It's the last step in telling you how to fire your missile. Right after he says to do that, you turn to the right, you fire your missile, you keep turning to the right, and then you dive to avoid any inbound missiles. Missile hits the guy. As soon as he's damaged, you should start getting a message about, you should start getting the instructions on the RWR. You press the button to advance, and then you get the second half of the instructions on the RWR, and then we need to re-record the narration for this to make it clear that, hey, there's another MiG coming in. Use your RWR and missile skills to defeat him. Blah, blah, blah. And then once he's dead, you get a new message. All right, so, you got the second. All right, so I got a couple of narrations that need to be done. You got the second MiG. RTB. I don't know. I hate just like you got the second MiG RTB, but it's like what else am I gonna say? You got the second MiG. Real enemies will be significantly more difficult than these, but this lesson should give you the fundamentals of surviving BVR combat against single targets. Go ahead and RTB. Go ahead and RTB. Go ahead and RTB as normal. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. I'm going to save this now because I think we resolved the issue now. I can't pause it, so I'm going to have to create two separate events. So ideally, and I'm going to have to test it, right? I'm going to have to test it. But ideally, you'll take off from here, head off in the direction he told you. You'll meet up with this guy. You'll follow you'll get an instruction on how to use your radar, how to put him over at the gimbal limit, crank over to the gimbal limit. Once you're within range, you turn into him, get the circle and the dot, fire the missile. You keep turning, you dive down into thicker air to avoid the enemy any missiles he may have fired. Missile, and then nothing, and then everything in the simulation just kind of keeps running until you actually hit the enemy, which triggers this guy to spawn, and it also begins the instructions on the last couple of things for the RWR that you need to know. And then he tells you, all right, now you know all this stuff, go kill the second MiG. You kill the second MiG. That gives you the finish condition, I think. I'm glad I went through that in my head because I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, right there. All right, so yeah, you get the finish condition, which allows you to go do all of the standard landing sequence stuff that we've been doing this entire time. And then you do the mission complete, and that's it. Okay. So I think that has resolved the one single glaring issue that I've had in this campaign, which was this mission right here. I think it should be good. I'm obviously going to have to test it, but that's going to have to wait for another day because I have other recordings to do. So hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. Hopefully I will be able to publish this in the relatively near future, and this will become available for you guys to purchase, and hopefully, you become competent F-18 pilots. Be sure to click the like button to help the video spread out, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, join as a member if you'd like to support the channel's work here, not just this stuff. You get early access to videos, among other perks, depending on which one you choose, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to come back for our next one, and I'll see you then.